at you. Unfortunately, I'm not able to be there live. So what we've decided to do is to record a series of educational and insightful segments. While I'm recording this from sunny Florida, we've made the decision to provide ongoing segments via recordings. The intent in doing this is to continue to provide you with information and education that will ultimately increase your financial IQ. Learning at your own pace and being able to re-listen to this over and over. Look, success isn't a matter of chance. It starts with being aware, and the more financially aware you are, the easier it will become to take advantage of opportunities that will enhance your wealth. Why do we do this? Why does this make us unique? And who are we? Well, to start, I'll share with you one of the early lessons that I learned in my investment career. This from my own father, who I consider to be probably one of the most astute investors that I know. And the lesson was this, told to me some many years ago. If you think you know it all and stop learning, your success will be thwarted. Now, I've lived by that philosophy and principle for 20 plus years of investing. And although I'm a mentor to a myriad of investors, I still personally have a team that I surround myself with, and I'm constantly pushing to increase my own financial IQ. How does this make us unique? We refuse to be the type of advisors at Global Integrated Wealth that will simply dictate to you that this is what you should or shouldn't do. We want you to understand. We want you to understand why you're doing what you're doing. See, they say that it's who you know, not what you know. And I'm going to disagree with that. It is a fallacy. And who you know will only take you so far. We believe it's what you know, working with who you know, that will help alleviate any questions, concerns, any obstacles, any problems that you confront, and will elevate your awareness. That will allow for opportunities to come your way to be that much more visible. I want to give you an example of a couple different clients that I've worked with. I've worked with attorneys, doctors, professional athletes, all who are skilled in their own profession, and all who had a common denominator, and that is their financial IQ was very low. For those of you listening, let's test this out. I'm going to ask you a question that I want you to press pause and put some thought into the question that I ask. Write down your response. Think about it. Don't be rushed. Here goes the question. What is the difference between money and cash flow? And what is more important? The answer to this simple question is the difference between someone being rich and someone being wealthy. Okay, press pause, take your time, and write your response. You're back? Okay, here's the answer. Whether you are a multi-millionaire listening to this, or just starting off, this is an invaluable lesson for you. The answer is this. Money has an end while cash flow continues. Let me repeat that. Money has an end while cash flow continues. You see, for a rich or poor person, money is important. For a wealthy person, it's cash flow. Wealthy people know how to make money, while rich people only have money. Believe you me, I've worked with many rich people who have struggled with this concept. Let me give you an example. A very close family friend who was a very articulate and very intelligent attorney. He makes about $1 million a year. Is he rich? Yes. Does he need that money to come in every year to sustain his standard of living? Pretty close. Now, if this family friend stopped practicing, could he live the same lifestyle? That's the question. Now, he may be able to live for a bit of time, but certainly not for the long haul, and certainly not passing on any intergenerational wealth, as his money would soon enough come to an end. If he was wealthy, he would have the right assets and financial resources to not only support his way of living through multiple streams of income, producing ongoing cash flow, but also to provide intergenerational wealth. So remember, money has an end while cash flow continues. It's these subtle distinctions that are imperative to your foundation. Don't worry, we're here to help. Let's go over one more distinction before we move on, as I think all this will help you understand why we have chosen real estate as a must asset class in your wealth enhancement journey. For some, the idea that owning your home is an asset just baffles me. In fact, an accountant, a very prominent accountant that I know, comes to mind, and we have engaged in this very debate for quite some time. So here's a question that I want you to think about. Your home, being real estate, is it an asset or is it a liability? I want you to press pause again, and I want you to write your response. You back? This specific individual that I'm referring to seems to think that if he just keeps upgrading his home to a more expensive one, he is building wealth, as over time he believes the equity that he's built up will provide him with true wealth. Well, the answer is this. No, your home is not an asset. It's a liability. Are you confused? While by true definition, an asset is something that generates income, it's how the wealthy understand it. If you're wealthy, then you know what I'm talking about. The industry wants you to think otherwise. If you are not wealthy, that's okay. You're learning, once again, the subtle distinctions. This will help you make the right moves. In order to be wealthy, you must focus on assets, not liabilities. Common sense, right? Thing is, how can you focus on assets and not liabilities when you can't make these type of distinctions? Assets that produce cash flow. Does your home produce cash flow for you? Or does it take money out of your pocket each and every month? Now, if you use the equity in your home to acquire assets that produce cash flow, you would be reversing the polarity, and positive energy and cash flow would start to manifest. Okay, so hopefully in the short few minutes that we spent, I've helped clear some misunderstoods and fallacies that have existed for you and probably have molded your thought process through your upbringing and the lessons that you've learned through life from whomever. Our journey together continues. We'll continue to work in reshaping and elevating your financial awareness through strong, positive, ongoing education.